There we go. How's everybody doing out there? Y'all good? Y'all good? Thank you to our live audience. It's good to see people again. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank y'all for hanging out with us at the BAM series, which is an acronym for Black American Music, and which is jazz music. And we've been doing this series for about a year and some change now. And we're very happy to present this series, which is a tribute to one of the most prolific drummers of all time, Mr. Elvin Jones. So we're going to hear from the band. As you can see, we got them all set up, ready to go. And our featured drummer for today is Mr. Tyler Leak. Y'all show your love for Mr. Tyler Leak. Yeah. I see we got some Tyler Leak fans in the building, I think. All right. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with us right here at Hayti Heritage Center. For more programming and more virtual programming, make sure you go to hayti.org, and you can support all the virtual programming that we have going on. Make a donation if you like. If you have it, that would be great. We're starting to open back things up slowly but surely. So thank y'all so much for your support over this past year, which has been troubling and just all around, just an epidemic for everybody. So thank y'all so much for your support. So without further ado, we're going to get into this thing called jazz, BAM, Black American Music, the prime element, featuring Mr. Elvin Jones.
I get images sometimes, color images. The lowest, the bass tone, say a low D, would be purple. The C will be red, and the F would be yellow. The hi-hat can be like inside your body, your heartbeat, being always moving and always there and always very definite. The snare drum can be like a mishmash of colors. It's going to be small kaleidoscope where colors change very rapidly, very high and very pastels and flickering like a diamond. The symbols are like when pebbles are splashed in a pool of water, a big splash or a ripple, and well, this is the kind of the image that you get from the symbols. You can see the colors flow out like that in a circles. So it's very interesting. Here's another pattern. I think this is more related to reds and yellows here. That's more blue and green, I think. Suppose we get them both together. Will never see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but nevertheless, I think we know that what it is that we're doing has tremendous value, and it will leave something that will be lasting. The kind of recognition I would like to have is the kind that I'd like to see for everybody, and that is for this art form of jazz. You know, it should be something that we should hear the first thing in the morning, you know, when we turn on our radios to make our breakfast. I would like to hear something beautiful come over the airways. You know, people can be stimulated by something artistic.
Check, check. Can y'all hear me out there? How y'all doing tonight or this evening? How we doing? All right, first and foremost, house rules, guys. Do not ever, ever, ever be afraid to interact with us. So let's try this one more time. How we doing out there this evening? There we go. All right, okay, we got some, all right. I was just making sure y'all was alive. Sunday fun day, you know how that goes. First and foremost, before I even get started talking or carried away talking, I want to recognize these gentlemen on stage beside me and leading, I should say, as well. To my right, your left, we have Russell Fabre on guitar, lead guitar. Yes. And to my left, your right, we have Chris Sharp on bass. Yours truly, Tyler Leak on drums. Okay. I have to say it was an honor to be able to do this event, to partake in such a splendiferous, if that is even a word to use, this occasion by honoring the legend himself, Elvin Jones. Can we give it up one time for Elvin Jones? Even out there in our virtual community, make some noise for Elvin Jones, a leader, a pioneer, someone who was not afraid to be exactly who he was at all times. I heard someone say before that Elvin Jones is one person that touches the drums that you can automatically tell who it is, and he does not necessarily sit in the light of others when it comes to sound and even his approach. So I have to, I would be remiss if I did not say that that was one of the figures or people that has molded my sound and been one of the biggest influences musically for me. And even some of his story relates to my story in a way. But I won't get too carried away with that. I believe we're going to play one more, and then we're going to watch a short clip. So sit back and relax. Feel free to make some noise if you hear something that you do like, even if it's something you don't like. But I'll leave it right there.
is Elvin Jones, and I'd like to give you a little background about the jazz machine. It's simply a vehicle for artists in this group to express their intellectual and spiritual and emotional feelings through the medium of this art form of jazz, and it's no more or no less. And I'm very gratified to know and to realize that we seem to attract some of the younger students of music that can, when they feel that they feel that emotional and spiritual expression, they can do so. And this is all that we really try to do is to do it in a way that can please people, where we can communicate with everybody in the world, if possible, but certainly here in Japan, where this is a country that I love dearly, and I wish that we may continue on this course through our careers, through our lives, to give of ourselves through our music and through our spiritual commitment to people. That's essentially what the jazz machine is about. It started as an art form, certainly as an American art form. It has become an international art form. I would like to see more Japanese musicians. I know I have a Japanese, the jazz machine of Japan, and we also we go out to the countryside, to Hokkaido and to Akita and through all these remote places where a lot of people don't normally go. It isn't. It's off, as we call it in the United States. It's off the beaten path. But that's wherever people are, wherever there's a temple or a church, or there's a market, or there's a fisherman, or a miner, or anyone like that. These are the people that we want to reach, as well as the cosmopolitan and the sophisticates, everybody in the world, in all walks of life. I think people have a need inside them to respond to the kind of expression that we wish to portray and to project, and we do it in all sincerity and honesty, senjutsu. So I thank the government of Japan and NHK and all of you for all these technicians who are here for this, for helping to make this a reality. Thank you very, very much.
Check, check. All right, guys, those, I need to back up 1 second. It just dawned on me that I did not mention the names of the songs that we played earlier. So that first song, it was called Three Card Molly, which was entitled after a card game. I'm pretty sure you can Google it and find out so that I don't get too long-winded. But the second tune, that was Kiko's birthday march. And if I'm correct, it was made in honor of Elvin Jones's wife, which her name was Kiko, for her birthday. And the third tune, that was called Ronchi Rita. Nice, there's a nice little breezy type of tune, a little breezy funk type feel. And this next tune that we're gonna get to is a ballad entitled Lullaby in Isuego. So I hope you enjoy. Check, check, check. How we doing on time? We good? Okay, so I think we got time for one more, guys. I know. Unfortunately, we have time for one more. That's what you're supposed to say. Oh, no. All right, we're going to try that again. Unfortunately, we only got time for one more song, guys. I know. The bright thing, the good thing about it is that you can find us all on social media. We have links to all of our music. These two guys are actually in a band of their own, so you got to make sure that you check them out. I'm gonna reintroduce the band again. To my right, your left, we have Russell Favre on guitar. Make sure you check him out on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. What else? OnlyFans. He just got an OnlyFans, y'all. So don't miss that one. He's going live tonight at 9 o'clock. All right, it's a joke, guys. But make sure you check him out on Instagram. That's Russell Favre. Right here to my my left, your right, we have Chris Sharp on bass. Make some noise. You can find him at Too Sharp? Too Sharp, right? Sharp with the E on the end. So no E. I'm sorry, no E. My goodness. T-O-O Sharp. Gotcha. And you can find I'm Tyler Leak on drums, but you can find me on social media as well. First and last name will suffice on all platforms. Make sure you check out their band. When's the next time y'all got anything? They in the shed, they're in the lab cooking up new material as we speak, so you want to stay tuned. With that being said, we're going to get to this last tune and take it out with a video to follow the last tune. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. y'all for coming out.
Could you tell me something about how the piece was composed? Three-card model.
Yeah, well, this was in 1957 when I was with J.J. Johnson on a big tour of Europe. On the ship, it was some guy who he had made a big oil strike. He was flashing his money around, and I didn't have any money. I still don't have any, but I really didn't have any then. So Wilbur Little and I, we decided to get him. We stayed, hang out in the bar on the ship. You know, you get us a drink of scotch for 15 cents. So we stayed in the bar most of the time. And so we got the cards. I said, well, listen, I'm going to show him how to play this game, three-card Monte. You know? So I said, all right. And consequently, you know, the game is, it's like the P game, the shell game, two black cards and a red one. And you shuffle them and you see if you can pick out the red card. So then if you do, you win. If you don't, you lose. So needless to say, we had a very pleasant trip after that. So we call it three-card Molly. My father was a deacon of the Trinity Baptist Church. And he actually was one of the founders of this church in Pontiac. My two oldest sisters, Anna Mae and Melinda, sing in the senior choir. My brother Hank is a great jazz pianist of today. My brother Thad, I think he's a great jazz trumpet player, a great composer.
He showed an interest himself, I guess, when he was small, because he beat on all pots and pans that he could find. He beat them out of shape. and we just decided, I guess, he wanted to be a drummer.
Well, I wanted to buy a set of drums, and I had the work that I was doing, going to school, I had a paper route. And so now I couldn't get any credit, so my sister, Melinda, co-signed, she backed me up.
My little money.
I think we scraped together about $20 or $30 or whatever for a down payment. And I got this set of drums. And so that was it. And I thought that I think there was no 14-year-old boy any prouder than me at that time. In the whole world, I think. That was really something. Detroit had all the nightclubs. This is where most of the musicians that were playing modern music, like in Charlie Parker's vein, you know, the contemporaries of that. A lot of them were living in Detroit and playing around Detroit. And I wanted to be a part of that. When I got out of the service,